DL Guiga, are you here? At DL. I mean, I guess I've only been live for like 8 seconds. They're here! Congratulations on beating that dude's you-know-what on the ride today. I was just something about him, it just, I don't know if it was the profile photo, his age, the fact that he was from North Carolina. I don't know. I got a vibe off of him that was like, I'd like to see him, you know, eat his own shoe a little bit. So, I mean, I cleared him. That's a given. I sprinted in the last 30 seconds. Listen, I was watching his output. I was watching your output. I saw that he had you beat on output, but you had him beat on average wattage. Ergo, you were going to beat him on the ride. I don't know. Maybe he sprinted in the last 30 seconds too, and you needed to put a little extra juice in there to get him. But I was happy to see him go. You know why? Because I know you, kind of. I don't know that dude at all. So you dunking on that dude, it felt like a win for me too. It was like watching the Jets beat the Bills. I don't really have a horse in that race. Get ready for tomorrow, buddy. Oh, son of a bitch. There's no such thing as a rest day. The rest I get is my first ride before anybody else that follows me wakes up. And then in the last 2 minutes, the high five by Cosmo Kramer triples my output. DL Guiga pops in on the next ride. Cooldown was pretty relaxing today, though. Thoughts on Captain Hughes? Listen, I'm happy that we have a captain. It is funny because Quinn Hughes in my head is still like 15 years old, so the fact that he's the captain doesn't make any sense to me, but now I realize that he is probably like 24 or something like that. I can't, as a Canucks fan, I can't help but think about it in the most pessimistic possible context, though. And for me, that is that the Canucks are throwing everything they can at Quinn Hughes to get him to not test free agency / demand a trade to New Jersey to play with both of his siblings, which I think everyone kind of agrees is fate and the way that it should go. They're like, well, we gave you the captaincy. So you can't demand a trade. You're the captain. You're the team leader. In my head, I'm like, as soon as his contract's up, he's like, send me to New Jersey. And why wouldn't you want to go to another team, especially when that team is better than ours? And also, both of your siblings play there. If Canucks got Jack Hughes or Luke Hughes, they would be roasting New Jersey Devils fans. They would be like, we got 2, you got 1, send them over. They would get the set bonus, exactly. Plus 9 to agility and offensive defenseman puck-moving skills. Hey, now, what was your Wendy's order? I order the same thing at Wendy's every single time, and it's because I go to Wendy's, I would say, like, once every 8 years. So I went to Wendy's when we were in Washington, waiting for my wife's wisdom tooth removal. I get a spicy chicken sandwich with fries. The last time I went to Wendy's was like 8 years ago, and Kate ordered a Baconator. She ate half of it and was like, do you want to try? I had never tried a Baconator. I tried like 2 bites, and I was like, this is just too much meat. As someone who could definitely eat a meal that was just like a steak and 8 slices of bacon, the amount of like cooked brownness inside of a Baconator is just too much. Like I don't need every meal to be perfectly balanced. I don't need everything to be like one perilla leaf with a little bit of Korean barbecue on top of it. Then you put the ssamjang on, then some raw onions, then a little sliver of, raw garlic, and then you put like a little sesame. I don't need that. But the Baconator is just like, it's too much. Do you rank Wendy's higher than McDonald's? Hang on, I'm a bubbly rocket some of these days, man. I mean, the spicy chicken sandwich is fantastic. I don't know. I rate McDonald's still higher, though. There's just something about it. Also, I saw like on one of those 2000 nostalgia. This is how rarely I go to Wendy's. One of those 2000s nostalgia accounts was like, you will never eat at a 1990s Wendy's again. Holy cow. And it was, Like the Wendy's with the glass solarium, like the atrium type thing. And I was like, that's not what it looks like anymore? I haven't been to Wendy's in so long. I thought that's what Wendy's still look like. Next, you're going to tell me that the average Pizza Hut is no longer in like a hut shape. Pretty sure the spicy chicken plus fries has more calories than the Baconator. Well, okay, first, two things. First off, pretty sure is a basically just a sneak code word for I don't know, and I didn't look it up, DL Guiga. So I'm just trying, you might be right, I'm just trying to keep you honest here. This is something we could fact check. Secondarily, comparing the calories of a Baconator to a spicy chicken sandwich with french fries at Wendy's is like a fentanyl addict and a heroin addict being like, well, at least I'm not that guy. You know, you're at Wendy's. I'm not saying you should completely throw, you know, all ideas of eating healthy out the window, but they do sell like salads there and chili and stuff like that. So if you wanted to, if you want to talk about health at Wendy's or healthier foods at Wendy's, you know, we don't need to get into this Baconator versus spicy chicken discussion. They sell like real things. They call it the Chipotlification of fast food chains. No more Pizza Hut, no more Wendy's Atrium, and no more Golden Arches. Everything loops back around, okay? So like, yes, right now, every fast food restaurant has gone from like looking like it came out of the movie Cool World to like a brown brick box with like a slick little sans serif font. McDonald's, McCafe. But in 2035, shit's gonna go crazy. It's gonna look like you're in the big comfy couch. And then you'll be like, oh, this is disgusting. I miss when restaurants treated themselves seriously. Now it looks like a funhouse mirror. You know, actually, I was thinking about it. Is it, you know how like, if you started playing Minecraft on YouTube in like 2010, you were basically destined to become like famous because there were only like 8 people on Earth doing it for a couple of years. There was like a golden age. Is that what it was like to open a restaurant in like 1951? Seems like everything was like, my grandfather started this restaurant because he loved making hamburgers for people. None of them became like, hey, it's Bill's Hamburger. We have one location in Sarsaparilla, Nevada. Every single one became like, it's Bill's Burger Hut. We have 3,500 locations in Lebanon and the American Midwest. And like, that's wild, man. Maybe it is survivor bias. I'm just surprised that like so many of them, forgive the pun, but there must have been, if you'll allow me to say it, some secret sauce in the 1950s that was like, this is the conditions are rife for you to take your hamburger stand up to 10,000 locations in like 3 decades within your lifetime. Ready for the Apple event today? I'm so messed up. Here's what happened in my head. When you said Apple event, I was like, oh shit, SAP events? They're adding events to SAP? And then I said, this is not SAP, you idiot. It's got to be Pokemon Go. And I was like, Pokemon Go, let's go. And then I realized you're talking about the largest company on earth, which makes way more sense. You think Apple will really buy Disney? So here's my thought. I don't know. I'm literally just like, I'm actually like probably dumber than the average guy. I feel like ever since I've paid attention to business, which is admittedly only like 4 years or something, whenever a company gets in trouble, they're like, Apple's going to buy them. Don't worry. Amazon's going to buy them. Don't worry. But that has not happened. I don't know if it's because of the interest rate environment that we're in, but Apple does not seem to do that many, you know, corporate takeovers and buyouts right now. And I guess why would you when you could just sell like 500 million iPhones every year and then give half of that money to producers to make like the worst fucking show you've ever seen on Apple TV? No disrespect, Ted Lasso. Okay, you got me with the double capybara. Fair enough. Can I just, okay, thank you so much. Could I just get like a pill? I mean, I feel like a pill is like a pretty easy thing to ask for. Could always use one more of these. I think we got the sauce this week. We just got to get the sauce going. Like I just need a pill, bro. Can I tell you, I didn't have a chance to read the entire message, but I did see someone just say, did you see the CEO? And I feel like I 100% know exactly what you're talking about. You're going to talk about the CEO whose employee saved him from 9/11, and then someone replied, this is a great story, what happened to her later? And he was like, sadly, we had to let her go. One of the, again, I hate when people say things like, you know, we live in hell, we live in like a clown world or whatever. But that's one where I'm like, maybe I'm just, well, we're gonna lose this one too. This is gonna sting. Maybe I'm built different, but if you saved me from dying in 9/11, you're at that company for life. As long as I'm in charge of the hiring decisions, you're not going anywhere. You could be borderline embezzling money, and I would be like, that's not my problem. You saved my life. I'm just saying she better have done something horrible in order to get fired. If it was just like, you've been slacking lately, I mean, you are probably, I don't necessarily believe in an afterlife, but if there is one, you are for sure going to hell. My kid is in love with... Wait, can I give you an example, by the way? I didn't realize why I was being made fun of for listening to Amazon Music instead of Spotify, okay? I use Spotify when I'm driving. We play... My daughter's favorite song right now is Ghostbusters. Here's how good the Spotify algorithm is, okay? After it plays Ghostbusters, you know what it plays after that? It plays fucking Ghostbusters again. Because there's no other song like it. And if somebody wants to hear Ghostbusters once, they sure as shit don't care about hearing it 2 times in a row. They start with the Ghostbusters from like the movie soundtrack, and then they go into like the best of Ray Parker Jr. version of Ghostbusters, which is exactly the fucking same, okay? And then after that, they play like other, you know, DuckTales theme songs, stuff like that. Like other songs from movies that you might be interested in hearing if you also like Ghostbusters. On Amazon Music, I played Ghostbusters, hit shuffle. You know what it played after that? A fucking orchestral song from Pirates of the Caribbean. The Amazon Music algorithm is like, oh, you like movie soundtracks. Okay, so after Ghostbusters, I'm going to have you listen to, this is called like Captain Barbarossa's Revenge. And it's just like a low rumbling of like the drums. And then like a minute later, it goes like, I finally understood why I was being so mocked, and honestly, I understood and I agreed. DuckTales theme song does go crazy though. Like that is, I have previously in the past perhaps insulted quote unquote meme songs, but the DuckTales theme song is the rare meme song that is actually, in my opinion, worth listening to on its own as well. I did see DL Guiga as well say, if you want me to stop doing rides with you, just keep doing Hannah Frankson rides. Bro, come on. I like the Hannah Frankson. Come on. It starts with Emotion by Mariah Carey. Has another Mariah Carey song later, Always Be My Baby. Like, those are good songs. What else was that? That was a good ride, man. Now, I was thinking about that you would probably mention when she's dancing, and then like there's a guy that's dancing too, but he looks just like Corey, and he's doing like the worst dancing of all time, and then they put the camera on him for like a minute and a half straight, and he's just going, listen, with Peloton, I'm just being straight with you. You got to take the good with the bad, okay? And that is, in my personal opinion, I'm glad they're having fun, but that is closer to the bad. Hannah Frankson stays winning, by the way. They do have me feeling emotion. I don't know if you were on this ride yesterday, but there was I don't even remember. I think it was the first one I did. The people who go to the Peloton rides in studio like once a week have lost their minds. I wanted to make a tweet and be like, what is this person doing? They called out of the saddle, and then the lady was riding like this. Like she was riding like the way Oompa Loompas walk the whole time, and like rolling her shoulders forward like this. So distracting, man. I was like, what are you doing? Like 90% of the people are just like, you know, jogging out of the saddle like they're on an elliptical machine or something. This person, and then you see some people, and maybe they have like an injury or something, but like one pedal stroke is like perfectly circular, and then the other one is like, so they're like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Anyway, Samuel's the GOAT. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I mean, there's a reason I'm doing a multitude of Samuel Yo rides, typically on a daily basis. I'm a Dennis Morton enjoyer. Me too. Me too. Emma Lowe, Dennis Morton, Sam Yo. I didn't even think about frickin' Olivia Amato. No thanks. She scares me. I don't like doing out of the saddle climbs that fast. Olivia Munn, on the other hand, Olivia Munn, everybody, of course. Who's Olivia Munn? She played Psylocke in X-Men Armageddon, the movie that killed the franchise. Has she been in a good movie? I don't think so. She was on Tech TV for a while, though. Oh, you're right. I forgot they made an even worse X-Men after that one. That one didn't kill the franchise. My mistake. I'm working on antiquated knowledge here. I forgot about Dark Phoenix. X-Men Apocalypse is crazy, man, though. Like, I watched it twice. How did that happen? I watched it once on a flight to Japan, and the movie didn't end by the time the flight landed. So then I was like, let's run it back on the flight back, even though it wasn't very good to start with. But it was like one of those cursed times where you go on vacation, and then by the time you get back on the plane, the movies haven't rotated again. So you're like, oh shit, I did pack 1, pick 1 to 4, and now I'm back in fucking pack 1. I'm on like pick 5 now. I'm watching some, no disrespect to my home country, I'm watching some 87-minute long Canadian movie. Like, but the whole movie is just Oscar Isaac, who is an incredible actor, walking around deliberately not showing any emotion at all. And then whenever he sees an X-Man, he just goes like this, and then turns their shoes into like sand, so they get melted into like the Egyptian landscape. And then all the X-Men are like, I can't move. I can't fucking move. Storm, I can't move. Let's go. NL, are you pink-pilled? No, without being rude. I have nothing against Pink. I don't think there's a single Pink song that I would be like, oh, I'm glad this is playing right now. And I have reinforced that because there's a Pink song on approximately 15% of Peloton rides. Way better than Alanis. DL Guiga, you shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Pink does not have a single song worthy of being on Jagged Little Pill, much less a whole album of bangers like that. Holy cow. It's insulting, man. You're really going to compare like You Oughta Know with get this party started on a Saturday night. Everybody's pogging and they're feeling all right. Yeah, come on. Show some common sense around here, okay? Like, I'm all for the occasional bit of memery, but this is simply too much. You gotta be Kelly Clarkson pilled? I mean, Since You've Been Gone is an all-timer. Your whole shop is frozen? Yeah, I know, because they won't give me any fucking pills, bro. It fucking kills, bro. They don't give me any Steve-O in the... I'm Steve-O, and this is the whole shop frozen challenge. What we're gonna do, Steve-O, we're gonna freeze your whole food shop, but you really need a pill. Bro, where's the fucking pills, bro? I need these fucking blobfish frozen. I need a pill to get the blobfish, but I need to unfreeze the good food in the shop to get the pill, but I can't unfreeze the good food in the shop because the food in the shop is really good. It's hard for us to change from what we've already got going. But you know, it's hard for anybody to change in the modern day. Especially when, you know, who you are is part of your identity, in my opinion. We are who we are. I'll just say it again, I know a lot of... Pink was the highest selling female artist of the decade from 2000 to 2009, by the way. Or 2001 to 2010. I'm assuming they're both roughly the same. But I think that We Are Who We Are by Kesha clears every song that Pink has ever made. At least every song I've ever heard on the radio, which is probably like 11 of them. Insane take. I mean, what are the good Pink songs? Get the Party Started is like her biggest song ever. Most Girls, literally the song is like, I'm not like other girls. I'm a cool mom. Blow Me One Last Kiss. Okay, I'll just be honest. I ain't never heard of that one. This is like Coughing Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Kesha's We Are Who We Are is the hydrogen bomb. And all of Pink's music is Coughing Baby. I did see someone in chat say Usher clears Pitbull. And I was like, it's so obvious that that's true that I didn't know if you were making fun of me. Because it's like, I'm like, obviously Usher clears Pitbull. It's crazy that Usher has had... He's been putting out hits since like 1996. How is that possible? What was his last hit? Yeah? No. He has the one that goes, is it OMG? He had Love in This Club. Love in This Club must have been in like 2009 or something like that. Usher's got some. He's good. I mean, I'm not a huge Usher guy, but like he's got some songs, man. Yes, he is the DJ Got Us Falling in Love Again guy. Fergie or Pink? I mean, that's not even close. Pink clears Fergie by like 100 miles. Although I did see that clip of Fergie on Good Morning America where she's singing and she does 4 cartwheels in quick succession. And that is, like, I don't think that adds anything artistically to her oeuvre. But either way, that's very impressive. Like... And I mean, her voice warbles a little bit, but that's just because she's a human being, right? Like, that's just because she's really singing. This isn't like one of those K-pop variety shows where you're like, wow, they're dancing. Their heart rate should be at 190 BPM, but they sound just like the YouTube video. I'm sorry, come on. No, I didn't say there's anything wrong with them lip syncing. I'm simply saying they've been dancing in heart rate zone 6 for like 8 minutes and there's not even any kind of like raggedness in the breath whatsoever. They're in good shape. I know. I can see the video too. I'm just saying, it's why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we saying they're not lip syncing? It's fine to lip sync because the performance is not just about them actually doing. I think it's a boomer take is like, oh, you know, lip syncing is bad. I don't care if they lip sync as long as I'm entertained. You see the Madonna performance of Vogue where she's dressed as Marie Antoinette and she doesn't even have a microphone? Still would have been a great show to be at. Ashley Simpson punching the air right now. That's what it's crazy that Ashley Simpson's career ended because she got caught lip syncing on Saturday Night Live. I mean, you know that like probably like 90% of the artists who have ever been on Saturday Night Live are like, whew, thank God that wasn't me. She also kind of sucked. Yeah, but like she sucked before the career-ending performance, so... The jig was really bad too, yeah. Wasn't much of a career to begin with. What are you talking about, Willis? She had LOVE that went to like #1 in 15 countries or something. La la, you make me wanna la la in the kitchen on the floor. I'll be your French maid when I meet you at your door. I'm not even a big, I'm not an Ashley Simpson stan at all. I would say that I celebrated her downfall because the popular girls in high school loved her music. But looking back in hindsight, there's been a lot of celebrities who have had their careers ended for essentially nothing. It really doesn't make sense that Janet Jackson doesn't have a career anymore. She didn't do anything. If anything, she was violated. That's peak 2000s. I mean, this is like, I'm in danger of getting arrested by the based police, for sure. And maybe not everybody's going to agree with this. But even as like a kid, who was like 13 years old. I was like, they're really reworking the entire live television infrastructure environment just because somebody saw like a titty with a little pasty on it on the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, like half the people that are like, this is outrageous, what am I going to tell my kids? Are like, hold on a second, I got to go jerk off. Just doesn't make any. Why are we lying to our? I know that you know that I know you're lying. So why are we doing this? It just doesn't seem necessary. She's been in 3 Tyler Perry movies since the Super Bowl. You know what? Good for her. Tyler Perry probably holds the record, right? I'd have to guess. Because he's in all of them. Maybe like he plays 9 characters in every single one. So I think he's the GOAT, without a doubt. Madea holds the record. Bro, I can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. You know what? I'm going to say it. Medea's not a real person, guys. Madea is a character played by the actor, writer, director, producer known as Tyler Perry, okay? And Eddie Murphy played almost every character in the Clumps. He played Sherman, also known as the Nutty Professor. He played Buddy Love, Sherman's spun-off id, alter ego. He played Grandpa Clump. He played Mama Clump, Daddy Clump. I know you're going to say, what about Grandma? Because she cracked you up. I'm sorry to say. Yes, even Grandma Clump. Is somebody saying my name? Yeah, I said your name. If your name is... I'm sorry. Oh man, these are all-time cinema moments, though. Oh, dude, it's so good. Oh man, it gives me every time. I can't believe there's like a handyman here while I'm saying this shit. You know what it is the thing is like it used to be like I would be like embarrassed, but now like we just had like so much work that's been done on the house, you know, people coming in nonstop that I'm like I can't I can't afford to be nervous anymore. I never get any damn work done. This is the work that sings to my soul, man. If I don't get this on a daily basis, it's just I mean after work it's take my daughter to the playground and then pretend to be a monster for like 2.5 hours just chasing her but not running fast enough to catch her because then she'll be like, no, that's not how the game's supposed to work. So then instead I gotta like pretend that somehow she's not slower than me, which is ridiculous because she's 2.5 years old and I have like I stationary bike for 2 hours every single day. Like make it make sense, bro. How long do you think it'll take for your daughter to outpace you? Probably like, maybe when I'm like 70. 12 years? No shot, bro. I'm not the fastest kid alive, but I'm just being honest. I think I rinse any 8th grade girl in track and field. They're getting rinsed. I'm sorry. It's just... I would happily allow myself to be humbled, but you just gotta... Don't be mad at me if I clear her by 2 seconds in the 100-meter dash, okay? That's all I'm saying. Not an 8th grade boy. I bet there's one 8th grade boy in the average gym class that could rinse me. There's always one kid who's just fast as fuck. A 9th grader would probably beat you. Not the average 9th grader, but the best 9th grader in the average school, yeah. I think if I had to guess where I would place right now, if you put me in the 9th grade, I think I would not be at the top. I think I would be in the middle. Well, let me put it this way. I think I would be in the second from the top quartile. I think I would be between 25 and 50%. 9th grade me would have beaten you? Okay, how about you now? Why are you bringing up the past? We're both here right now. That's not even non-target killed. I'm just, why are we going back to 2003? Every person in chat was the fastest kid in school. I know, that's what gets me. But brother, okay, people who were fast in school were cool. People who were cool in school are not in Twitch chat. Let's be honest, you were not the fastest kid in school. You were probably like the fastest middle distance runner or long distance runner. That's what nerd kids do. I know, I am one. You weren't doing the 100-meter dash. You weren't the star of the football team. You were maybe special teams or something like that. You were a long snapper. You were the only kid in your high school who was like running half marathons once a month or something like that. And that's respectable. I'm just saying, why are we pretending that you were like the number 2 scouted wide receiver in Texas? Okay, like let's just be reasonable here. It's the same thing as the Janet Jackson thing, man. Why are we lying to ourselves? By the way, Twitch streamers are also people who weren't cool in school. Killian is literally contained within the capsule of the joke. The self-deprecation was already built in. I know it's like it's a hot stove. You're like, don't touch it, it's hot. No. We'll touch it together so that we can both laugh about it afterwards, okay? Wait, let's cut this for a second, because someone asked me what's my 5K PR. I'm not going to answer that question. But did you see the person, I saw it because Slime quote tweeted it, that someone in the Smash community said, that's nice, bro. What's your mile time? To try to like, you know, big leg him. Be like, hey, nice opinion, bro. By the way, what's your mile time? And then someone said, why don't you post yours first? And then they tried to flex. I'm so sorry to do this to you if you're watching. But they tried to flex. They said, it's a little iffy because usually when I run for at least 2 miles. Oh, sorry. Okay, I didn't realize we were dealing with the marathon runner here. But anyway, they were like, here's my mile time from my last run. And it was like 11 and a half minutes a mile. And you're like, bro, you can't be out here posting like, what's your mile time when you got an 11 and a half minute mile split? That's just like, I'm happy that you're doing couch to 5K. I'm just trying to protect you. Because like you're not beating too many people with that, okay? You let your mouth write a check that your New Balances can't cash yet. Honestly, this is sincere. My best 5K time, when I was running, I'm an insane person, for the record. So 98% of the runs I did were basically exactly the same. They were 60-minute 10Ks, and then I was like, this is not hard enough anymore. And then I started running 90-minute 15Ks, and I blew out my meniscus, and my leg's never been the same. So take some advice from me. Don't do that. But I do remember one time I was like, I don't have time for a 60-minute run. So I'm just going to try to like see what my 5K is. And it was like a 23-minute 5K, which is good, but it's not that impressive. But I also would not be out here on Twitter going like, that's nice, bro, post your 5K time. It's good enough for someone who jogs, but it's not like I was in track and field. I do think that because it's been a while since I sprinted, there is a chance that the first time I sprint, all of the ligaments in both of my legs would just snap. Like I think when you're a kid, you're kind of running all the time. So you build up the strength in the tendons and the ligaments. But when you're an adult, you know, realistically speaking, I haven't sprinted like more than, I don't even know how many total since I've been adult. How much sprinting have I done? Nearly zero, okay? So my ACL, my MCL, they've never sustained an adult's weight while sprinting. And when you sprint, you're getting a lot of tension going through those sons of guns. I'd be scared, man. I think there's something might snap in my legs. But I'm willing to do it for the vine, I suppose, if I have to. How are you going to beat an 8th grader then? Well, I think that by the time I took like my 3rd stride, I'd probably be like 99 meters into the dash. So then I just got to like roll. If I just roll to the end. I read something that 95% of adults have not sprinted since they turned 30. What standard is this? Dane Cook? I'm so embarrassed to be saying this. Does Dane Cook have the joke that like after you're an adult you can't run in public because you just feel silly? Like, I mean, jogging is one thing, but to see an adult sprinting is like the sort of thing that inspires fear inside of you. Unless you're Tom Cruise. True, true. Sprinting at an airport, most acceptable public place? Kind of, but it's scary. Like, if you see someone sprinting at the airport, you're like, they're either running to their gate or we've all got to go hide, like, right now. That's fair. I guess it's okay if you see an adult running and they're... Oh, you spider. You spider. And they're in gym clothes. You're like, I'm okay. But if you see an adult running and they're in, like, normal clothes, you're like, oh, snap. I gotta go. I think for me, I hate to say it. I mean, you shouldn't do this in general, but what's my, like, post your mile time? It's definitely, like, post your resting heart rate. I'm sorry. But, like, you know, if you might be right. You might be right. Unfortunately, your resting heart rate is 89. And I'm being on right now. I'm in the 60s somewhere, but that's just because I'm kind of jacked up right now. When I'm relaxing, I'm more like in the mid 50s, low 50s. Okay. Post your sperm count, bro. I have a kid. I'm just saying I got at least one, or at some point I did. It would be sick, dude, if you had one sperm and you risked it all and you hit that shot. That's like American Sniper right there. If you go to the fertility doctor, they're like, you have one sperm left, and you're like, better make it count, brother. Okay, your team is better than mine. Congrats. Never mind. I rinse you. Sorry. Post your resting heart rate. And then after all that, with your one sperm, you conceive the kid, and then 18 years later, they decide to go to a liberal arts college? No! You're funnier on YouTube in those clip compilations. You understand that's me, right? Like, the stuff that you see, I just have to ask, because you never know these days, that what you're seeing on YouTube in the compilation is like what I'm making right now, and then the best of it goes into the comp. That's like saying, you know, Huey Lewis and the News Greatest Hits is better than Huey Lewis and the News Sports. Of course it is, because you don't respect the LP as a format, okay? You don't respect a side one, track one. You just want to hear nothing but the top 40 hits nonstop. I, on the other hand, I respect the art form. I respect the logical flow that goes from track 1 to track 45 if we're talking about a Guided by Voices album, or track 1 to track 2 if we're talking about a Yes album. And not everybody does, and that's okay. Kate, are you in chat? I'm being honest with you. I think that I am in danger, and this is not a career, well, not a career arc, but this is not like an arc of personality I expected for myself. I think I might be in danger of becoming a roller coaster guy. What makes me think that? Once I got over my fear of mostly heights. I'm not worried about going fast. It's always heights. Once I have started to internalize the fact that, like, the roller coaster's probably not gonna crash, the idea of it seems a lot more appealing to me. Also, and this is, I swear to you this is true, and there's no way to say it that doesn't sound psychotic, but I think that having a kid, I can't afford to die, basically. It would be emotionally devastating, financially quite problematic for my family. So, and how does that play into it? Well, I don't know, but ever since I had a kid, when I like get on an airplane, I'm not scared anymore, because I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Here's the thing, you have no control over it either way, but I'm like, if we live in a just universe, I can't die. Before I had a kid, sure, God could have killed me, could have struck me down, and my parents would have been like really sad. Big whoop, okay? Not big whoop, but now, ever since then, I've gotten on airplanes, or even like some rides. Admittedly, they're only at Disney World, but I'm kind of like, I'm daring you, motherfucker. You're gonna kill me? You're gonna kill me? You're gonna ruin like 8 lives? You're gonna fucking blow me up on Leviathan or something at Canada's Wonderland? The track's gonna break. Go ahead, motherfucker. Go ahead. Don't you have enough of a PR problem? Like, in a weird way, I know I'm safer now, which is. Here's the thing, you're going to say you're not safer. And that's true, but I was never in danger to begin with because the odds of the roller coaster breaking and killing me was like near zero to begin with. So it's just a way of like remodeling it in my own head. I don't know if other dads feel like this though. But now, it used to be like, I haven't accomplished anything with my life. You can't kill me. I'm scared. Now I'm like, fucking do it, bro. See if I give a shit. At least my ass is gonna die sitting down. Probably going, ah! But I remember you almost cried when I told you we were going to Fuji Q. Yeah, Fuji Q is like a very serious, like fucking roller coaster theme park. This ain't your granddad's like spinning teacups. It's like, for Japanese standards, they have like some of the biggest and fastest and tallest and scariest roller coasters in Japan. And I was like, oh, fuck. We like the train pulled in by the roller coasters the day before we were going to go. And every single one was just like, the windows open, you just hear, ah, ah, ah. And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe we can go there tomorrow. And then it was like March, maybe like the second or third week of March. I was dreading it so much. And then it fucking snowed like a blizzard and they had to close the theme park. I have never been so saved in my entire... Yeah, Kate was very unhappy and I was like, oh, that sucks. In my head, I was like, yes! Thank you, God! Thank you! Hi, Tomo. There you go. He hates it, but he was purring like crazy. Marineland song. Everyone loves Marineland. There's a place I know in Ontario where the sea lions laugh, so the story goes that Friendship Cove at the do. Everyone loves... I was watching like 30 minutes of a movie on Netflix last night. I didn't know it was a Canadian movie before I started watching it. Otherwise, no disrespect, I probably wouldn't have chosen that one. But in the movie, which takes place in the mid-2000s in Burlington, Ontario, these two kids are watching Canadian television. Oh! You gotta. It's simply, I don't have any money. Anyway, and then the VIP Daniel, this one's for you. I forgot about the CASHMAN. You know, the guy with the infomercials who is like a middle-aged man with slick back hair, always hold like a bunch of money. I'm the CASHMAN. I'm the CASHMAN. I forgot about that guy. I give you money for your gold. Gold, yeah. Hang on. I know it's throwing some people for a loop here. The CASHMAN ad.
Hello! I'm Russell Oliver, and I buy your used jewelry. If you have gold rings, gold earrings, I'll give you cash. If you have diamonds, bring them to me. I'll give you cash. I love gold. Bring me your old gold, and I'll give you cash. Because...
Yeah. I'm the CASHMAN. I'll give you my... I didn't grow up in Toronto. This is the stuff that made me want to live in Toronto. I'll be like, holy fuck, I gotta go to Bad Boys. Who does it better than Bad Boys? Nobody! Because I'm the CASHMAN. I don't know why... I guess he had a British accent the whole time. Yeah, United Furniture Warehouse, Sleep Country, Canada. Oh, I buy a mattress anywhere else. Bring. Nobody beats the brick. I think the CASHMAN got sued multiple times for defrauding customers. Listen, okay? When you build something in this world, everybody wants to pull you down, okay? Anybody could sue anybody. Was he found guilty? I only know these because Atrioc roasted all Canadian marketing. We got some funny ads up here, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to defend Canadian media. I enjoy it sometimes. I'm not going to defend it. I was kind of losing my mind. It was like Saturday morning. I turned on CBC News. It was like our Vancouver. It was like you could learn a little bit about the city around you, right? I turned it on at like, must have been like 8:41 a.m. At 8:48, I realized I was just watching ads for like Leon's, Red Lobster, The Brick, over and over and over again. There were like 8 minutes of advertisements on our publicly funded broadcaster. How the fuck does that happen? You're funded by the damn taxpayer, you asshole. I can't watch your shit because it's all advertisements. I fucking paid for the shit. I'm Prime subbed. Justin, hook me up here. They keep lowering property tax. Bro, the property tax doesn't pay for the fucking CBC. You got different mandates there. When the roads fucking suck and they keep closing down schools, I'm like, yeah, because they won't raise the property tax. The CBC's running advertisements for like Swiss Chalet over and over. Make it make sense. Third Swiss Chalet reference this stream. Well, you know what's crazy is that in that Canadian piece of media that I was talking about, those kids were eating Swiss Chalet in the bathtub. I could just it's so Ontario pilled. I saw them eating the Swiss Chalet, and I could tell that it was Swiss Chalet because of like the old black plastic container. And the flaccid Swiss Chalet French fries. You know what it is. If you live in Canada or if you've ever been to Swiss Chalet, you know what I'm talking about. Swiss Chalet is very, it's a contentious issue within Canada, which is to say that people from Ontario sometimes kind of like it if they're of a certain age. And people from the rest of the country think that people from Ontario have lost their minds. But I'm from Ontario, so I kind of think that is pretty good. Even though I know when I'm eating it, I'm like, I know that it's not. It's complicated. It's a tangled web we weave. Let's just put it that way. Everybody's got like a fucked up Swiss Chalet order too. I must be the only normal motherfucker who goes in and is like, give me a half chicken dinner. Everybody else, like a friend of mine from university, she'd always be like, oh, do you want to go to Swiss Chalet? I'd be like, sure, what do you want? She would say, oh, I love their pierogies. Really? The microwaved Cisco pierogies from Swiss Chalet? And then Mouth, he's a big, well, probably not anymore because he's vegetarian, but he was a big proponent of the Swiss Chalet poutine. And I gotta tell you, the Swiss Chalet poutine is pretty good. By like, well, it's acceptable at least by fast food poutine standards, I suppose. Mouth kind of disappeared after you dissed him? What are you talking about? I did ask him after the last Jackbox stream, though. I was like, Mouth, was that a bit or do you really hate the wheel? And he wrote, like, I saw, like, Mouth is typing and then, like, it stopped typing and then he's typing again and then he's backspacing and I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. And then, like, then the message came in. It was, like, 8 lines long and I was like, oh, no. But we're cool. We're cool. He just doesn't. He would rather play some of the more improv-driven Jackbox games instead of the trivia-driven Jackbox games. Okay. Have you heard about the price of matcha going up? Here we go. Matching the skin tone of my balls with the skin tone of your forehead. Ah. Here we go. Here we go. So true. Yahoo! There goes the last hour. What are you talking? We had fun. Well, you recognize, I mean, I don't know, you might be living in Europe, okay? So if you're in North America, this is what I was going to say to you. So let's just imagine you were North American. You know it's 11:28 on a Tuesday morning. Your ass is posted in my Twitch chat. You honestly are not exemplifying the kind of behavior that should allow you to be this results-oriented, okay? You need to focus on the journey much more than the destination, because look at where you've arrived. Actually, it's 1:15. I'm a little drunk and I need you now. So true, Lady Antebellum. I forgot about that one. You could not escape from that song in roughly 2009. My personal opinion, you may take issue with this. I've got a lot of hot takes this stream. A lot of Pink fans are not happy with me. Possibly one of the worst songs that has ever become that unbelievably popular in my life. Other options, Picture by Sheryl Crow featuring Kid Rock. That is a horrible song that you could not get away from for about 8 months. You're Beautiful by James Blunt, also really bad. I know James Blunt is very funny, and I love that for him. Pretty much any Kid Rock song. Listen, I hate Kid Rock. But at the same time, Ba with the Ba is at least, I don't know if it's nostalgia or it's just funny, but it's... I wouldn't say I like it. Like, that's probably a step too far, but if it came on, I wouldn't change the station. What about Take My Picture by Filter? I like that one. That's the one. Wake on my airplane, my skin is... I like that one. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but I like that song. The entirety of You Forgot It in People? What the hell? Really? You're coming in my chat? I'm surprised that's not DL Guiga saying that. Throwing some shade on my favorite Broken Social Scene album because it's the best Broken Social Scene album? You're putting on airs. You're putting on airs. You better be putting on airs. That's all I'm saying. You see the Eve 6 tweet that was like, yeah, I love Dune too. Doing too much crystal meth will lift you up until you break it, don't stop. Plus, I was so fucked up that like I feel like the plus twos are for me, but there I didn't make the joke. Pink is way better than Third Eye Blind. She has. It's all I'm gonna say is that when I insulted Pink, nobody said, here's some songs of hers that are actually good. They just immediately defaulted to naming artists that she's better than, which was a list of like a rogues gallery of the most talentless losers in the music industry. No disrespect. Takes one to know one. I'll say it so you don't have to, but I'm just saying, like, I know that she sells a lot of records and she's very popular, but I feel like I've never met anybody that is like, I love Pink. But maybe now everybody in chat's gonna say, I love Pink. So I'm not gonna be able to, like, I can't tell who's being real and who's being fake about it. What's even a song by Pink? And I swear, you're just like a pill. Instead of making me better, you are making me ill. And I swear, my mom's in her 60s. She's been to multiple Pink concerts. Well, I mean, no disrespect to your mom in the slightest. I guess that explains it, because I don't know that many 60-year-old women. I know, like, almost one. My mom is also 60, and she's been to multiple Pink concerts. What is this? I would also choose that guy's mom? Is that what you're doing? Are you doing a Redditor? Bratislava, all the women in the world. What does that mean, Jesus be ballin'? I'm not still talking about Pink. Somebody brought the Pink conversation back, bro. My mom will not be seeing Pink in concert unless she comes to the Leon Center, in which case she's going to be like the Kylian Mbappe meme image. I will be there no matter what. The what? He said unless she comes to the Leon Center. He said no mushrooms. What do you think is and okay, I guess I'm asking you to be sexist. So you can feel free to say no. But it's sexist towards men, if that changes anything. What do you think is the most common substitution men ask for in restaurants. I bet it's no mushrooms. Or possibly no tomato. Add bacon. Ooh, that's an interesting one. No pickles. No pickles. I have to think about that one. No, I mean, no. For me, it's a no comma pickles. No disrespect, evil puppy. Fries instead of salad. That never happens though. You always have to substitute the salad for fries. I didn't realize it too. I'm sorry to bring it back to Subway. If you ever go to r/Subway, you'll realize if you don't order double meat, you're the crazy one. Apparently, like 85% of people that go to Subway order double meat. I had no idea. Any ex-Subway employees here or current Subway employees that can talk about my statistics here? An ex-Subway employee definitely didn't see many people getting double... Fuck you. There was an implicit statement when I asked, which is only answer if your lived experience agrees with my headcanon, okay? If you're just gonna disagree with like the shit that I said, like what's the point? No! Please tell me, oh my god, I'm top 5, man. I'm an ex-Subway employee. I ordered double meat. The people that came in didn't that often though. Did you not hear what I just said? I feel like I'm losing my mind. If you work fast food and you don't try to give extra whenever you can get away with it, you are a villain. I wouldn't say that. I would say if you don't endeavor to give them what they ordered, that's villainous. Like if you take pleasure out of giving somebody like they order a 10-piece chicken nugget and you're like, check it out, bro. Whenever someone orders a 10-piece, I always give them 9 as a joke. I think that makes you like one of history's greatest monsters. But if you just make sure that everybody who orders 10 gets 10, I got no problem with you. We did go through the McDonald's drive-thru on our way back from Kate's wisdom tooth surgery. I know you're going to be like, why would you do that? She can't eat it. Brother, who do you think asked for the McDonald's? The doctor, who was my brother-in-law, would have been so proud of me. I was like, she was like, I want a drink from Starbucks. I was like, I'll get you one, but you can't have a straw because you can't make any like negative pressure in your mouth or it could give you a dry socket. And she's like, okay, no problem. So I got her drink and then I took the cup off the top that has the little spout and she was like, no, put the spout back on. And I was like, you can't have the spout because you could get a dry socket. And she's like, I don't think so. So I said, all right. Please just give me like a couple elos here. Just a couple elos. Oh! So you back down? Yeah, it's her life, man. I respect women. She's okay, though. At the end of the day, she was right. She's getting better just fine. And then she was like, let's go through the McDonald's drive-thru. And I was like, let's go. So and the situation happens all the time. Like, here's what happened at the McDonald's drive-thru. Yes. Can I have one 10-piece chicken McNugget combo? They always say something insane. Strawberry lemonade to drink? I'm like, nah, brother. Coke Zero, please. Come on. Be an ordinary fun guy, please. And then they're like dipping sauces. And I'm like, I tell you the dipping sauces, but I know I'm just going to get 6 barbecues in the bag anyway. Regardless, then they say anything else. And I say, yeah, can I get one more 10-piece chicken McNugget? This time, you might say, why not lump them together? Because my wife usually gets a different drink. She doesn't get a fountain soda. She'll get like an orange juice or a tall or like a kid-sized milkshake or whatever. So I got to split those up into 2, okay? Wow! So I say, I'll have one more 10-piece chicken McNugget combo. This time, can I get 1 sweet and sour, 1 hot mustard, and can I get like a medium orange juice? Then the dude says that'll be like $18.71, and I say, hold on there, brother. Can I get 1 4-piece chicken McNugget Happy Meal with orange juice and a toy? And I swear to you, the dude went, I'm a friend of the McDonald's worker. Is there anything I could have done in that situation to make this motherfucker not sigh at me? Like, am I supposed to, are we now doing the thing where like you can only go through the drive-through with like one order at a time, and then as soon as you get one, you gotta go back in line? And then, rookie mistake, didn't open the bag till we got home. Wouldn't you know it, you're like, let me guess, top 1% elitist, the dipping sauces were wrong. No, they forgot a fry. And I'm not talking one singular fry, they forgot an order of fries, okay? That's a big miss in a McDonald's bag. I will not be returning to that McDonald's. That was not my usual McDonald's. My usual McDonald's doesn't have fuck-ups like that. They got some kind of quality control going on. I'll get over it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But it fucking is, so I appreciate your sympathy. I wanted to buy the camel, but I can't. Anyway, I'm just like, I try, like when I haven't gone to sympathy, I haven't gone to Subway in a long time. But I was in my opinion, I was a good Subway orderer, and I pride myself on stuff like that, okay? So I go into Subway, I say, okay, 2 sandwiches. Well, I'd say, hey, I'm ordering 2 sandwiches. The first one, foot-long cold cut combo on fucking Italian herbs and cheese. Yes, cheese and toasted. Second one, 6-inch sweet onion chicken teriyaki, Italian herbs and cheese and toasted. And I feel like they know, they're like, okay, this guy's making an effort. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do at McDonald's to get them to stop thinking that like me, I get they don't have a camera, okay? But me with like my wife and my child and sometimes like my nieces in the car, and I'm like, I'll have a ice cream cone. And they're like, that'll be 71 cents. And I'm like, we haven't even gotten started, brother. You think this is a fucking game? Everybody's got their own insane substitution coming up here. Everyone's got their own life hack for McDonald's. They do have a camera? I didn't know that. Say how many orders you're gonna make? I feel like that's insane, right? If I go, are you collecting points on the app? No. I am about to order 5 items. Just order faster? When I order faster, they fuck it up. I'm sorry to say it. You know, people are going -2, but they're like, yeah, I've been there. That's why I try to imagine like I'm the commanding officer of someone doing a drone strike, because I don't want them to accidentally hit the hospital, okay? I want them to hit the target that we're aiming for that probably does also have a lot of collateral damage associated with it. But I'm just following my orders, okay? So I'm like, I would like a 10-piece chicken McNugget combo. Please. Over? Comms confirmed? Confirmed comms? If you do please, you can't order anything else? Is that what it is? Is it because I'm saying please that they think that that's the addendum? I've never thought of it that way. Please is considered a terminator. No, I didn't know that. I'll take one 10-piece chicken McNugget combo with a Coke Zero, a barbecue sauce, and a sweet and sour, please. Oh, see, it's so natural for me. And a sweet and sour. And then I'll take another chicken McNugget combo with a 10-piece and a tall strawberry milkshake with a sweet and sour and a hot mustard. And then I'll take a chicken McNugget happy. Listen, that's a lot of pressure. That's a big script to memorize. My ass is... It's like the pursuit of happiness. I'm rehearsing that shit in the 18-car lineup. Got it, chicken mustard milkshake coming right up. See, that's what I'm worried about, man. And then I'm going to open the bag. You know I'm getting 6 barbecue sauces no matter what, okay? I think they should just have like something in the employee handbook where they go like, is that all? And then I would be like, no, thank you for asking. But I also understand that they're pretty busy. But like, why put it on me? They do? You can't have shit in North America, bro. You just got a bad McDonald's? I hear what you're saying. Nobody wants to work these days. That's what you're saying, right? I'm in the South. They always ask, what else can I get you? It's crazy. I love living on the West Coast. Admittedly, I don't live in America. But I always make fun of the American Midwest and sometimes the American South. And then every experience that I hear about obviously there's some bad stuff, you know, like on the macro level, but on a day-to-day level, seems like people are like, I really like living in Tennessee. Everybody's very nice to me at all times, and I get good service wherever I go. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is my ass doing out here? feel like a lot of, but I'm kind of conditioned to like this now. In Vancouver, when I'm like, I'll take a green salad, they're like, that'll be $32, please. And then the tip option is like 30%, good service, 35%, best service I've ever had, 50%, blah, blah, blah. And then like the whole time I'm punching in like my $50 order on the Square card reader, the person's just looking at me like, and I'm like, the salad's already in the cooler over there. It came in on a damn Gibson's Food Services truck like 9 hours ago. I haven't even, well, I didn't fucking do anything, man. Sometimes I tip the Great Clips person 100%. See, that's amazing. But also, isn't a Great Clips haircut like $12? I think that's like, I don't think that you should ever feel compelled to tip 100%. But it's $30? What the fuck? You're putting a $30 tip on a $30 haircut? Nah, it wouldn't. I mean, I get that I'm bald. Don't get me wrong. That wouldn't be me. Let's just put it that way. I give him like a $10 tip on that. Any day of the week, I give him a $10 tip on that. And twice on Tuesdays. But having your barber in your corner is a necessity. I feel like if they're hawking $30 haircuts, a $10 tip is like a pretty sick tip, honestly. Tipping a barber makes perfect sense. 100% tip on a $15 haircut definitely seems less insane than a 100% tip on a $15 haircut. People will say, like, why don't you just get a $30 haircut? Because then your ass is going to have to give a 25% tip on your $30 haircut. Like, it never fucking ends. This is your first day? Maybe they should just pay their workers? Bro, this is like Dino's barbershop. Dino's he's the fucking motherfucker with he's doing everything. He's the worker and the boss, bro. One of the last places I had a haircut before accepting my baldness, it was at a place like that. I don't remember the name, but it was named after the only, it was like Bill's Barbershop. And then when you open the door, it goes like, bring, bring. And then the dude's like, I'm Bill. He's got like a name tag that says Bill. He looks like Jason Schwartzman's dad from Rushmore. It's always I don't know if this is super relatable, but it's crazy to be like in your early 20s and trying to figure out what it means to be a man. And then you walk into a barbershop and there's just like 9 old alcoholics sitting on chairs reading magazines, and you're the youngest one there by like 47 years, and you're like, oh fuck. They know I'm not supposed to be here. I'm the imposter. Everybody else is getting like they're getting their Elliot Spitzer horseshoe like trimmed up so it looks neat. I'm in here with like my fucking early onset male pattern baldness, like, hey, can you give me like a number 2 on the sides? I'm washed. I'm officially washed on this one. I mean, that's a nasty one. 15 down that's brutal. Whose legacy fares better, Adam McKay or Will Ferrell? See, now that's a gorgeous question right there. That's a tough one. I would say, I don't even think this is a rare take right now. I think it's going to be Will Ferrell. Obviously, he made a lot of dog shit comedies in the late 90s, mid 2000s till today, and he's still going with them. But I find that The Big Short is an amazing movie. It's very good, and Adam McKay should be thanking Michael Lewis like every single day that's the crown jewel in his filmography. I find Adam McKay's filmmaking style extremely, like, I don't know how to describe it, except how like whenever you talk about anything, if you're ever like, oh, American Beauty is a good movie, like 1,000 people in chat are like, did you know Kevin Spacey's a bad guy? And you're like, yeah, I fucking knew that. That is this is the same feeling I get when I watch an Adam McKay movie that is not The Big Short. The way they always do, like they're telling a story and then they do like a cutaway to like explain something. Almost, it's like Family Guy on the silver screen. I find it somewhat grating. Let's put it that way. Don't Look Up, I honestly, and I'm not saying this just to get, you know, film points or whatever, just to seem like a cool guy. I could not finish Don't Look Up. It was the scene, and I was kind of rolling my eyes for a little bit throughout, but it was the scene where they're in the White House and they're like, hey, Madam President, the world's about to get fucking hit by a meteor or something. And then they just keep getting their appointment bumped for like hours and hours and hours until they eventually have to leave. And I was like, I get it, but like, what are we doing here? Like, I get it. Like, what? I almost feel like specifically Don't Look Up is a movie that I don't know, like I don't know why I hate it. I just didn't enjoy it. And then it's kind of annoying too, because I feel like it's one of those movies, I'm gonna say some shit that's like really rude to people who like the movie, and it's just a movie, so I don't really care, okay? But I apologize if you take offense to this, but this is where my opinion crystallized. I think it's one of those movies that like stupid people think makes you smart if you like it. Like people watch the movie and they're like, oh shit, this is like, oh, I get it. People who don't like it don't realize that it's like, this is how the world actually is. And I'm like, no, I fucking get it. It's just not entertaining. Like it's almost insulting to my intelligence that they're like, so you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? You fucking get it? But I'm not mad if you enjoyed Don't Look Up. I'm annoyed with the filmmaker. That's not your problem. You can still enjoy it. It's just entertainment. Like Idiocracy? Yeah, but Idiocracy is really funny. So shut up. Idiocracy is a funny movie. The president is named Mountain Dew. I mean, if you can't see the humor in that, Idiocracy isn't self-important. That's the difference. Bro, I'm so glad there's people here that, like, understand how to do media criticism so much better than me. This is why all engineers need to take humanities classes, because they learned how to put their opinions into a way that encapsulates their belief very effectively. I appreciate that. Yes, I don't think Idiocracy was like... Idiocracy didn't leave with, like, a... Now that you've seen the movie, let's all get out there and promote intellectualism. We music! You know, it was just like, isn't it funny that they're putting Gatorade on the crops? I don't like it because it's pro-eugenics. Brother, it's just, listen. I don't think Mike Judge is a Nazi because he made Idiocracy. I think it's just a funny movie. I don't think it's like a Trojan horse for like stupid people shouldn't be allowed to procreate. Maybe, I don't know. I have to talk to Mike, I guess. He's not returning my calls. Get him on the stream. Mike, if you're listening, maybe he didn't mean it that way. It was the takeaway a lot of people had. It wasn't when it came out, okay? And I'm not saying that media criticism is in a better spot or a worse spot. All I'm saying is I was fucking there when Idiocracy came out, and the consensus was like, well, pretty funny movie. Now the consensus is wrapped up in video essays and stuff like that, which is fine, by the way. You know, no art is above that kind of criticism. Here's my centrist take. I think you can be pro-idiocracy and anti-eugenics. I don't know if I'm going to get canceled for saying that. I've always considered myself anti-eugenics. Early onset male pattern baldness. Walk on my toes. I don't know if that's... You son of a bitch. Genetic or what. I don't know how that got baked into the pie. But if the movie was worse, I'd be right there with you. I would be like, fuck this movie and fuck that dude. But it's really, really funny, in my opinion. It's probably not the best comedy ever made. That would obviously be, hey, give me a comedy by an artist who's never had anything problematic about them come out. Preferably like over, something over a 5 out of 10 if possible. Annie Hall. Good. You fucked me! You fucked me! Barbie, 2 problems with that. I haven't seen Barbie, but I have seen White Noise, which Greta Gerwig did not direct, but she was in, and that fucking sucked ass. My dad said Lord of the Rings is boring. Do you agree? I disagree. I don't think Lord of the Rings is boring. But that's fine. I'm sure your dad's, you know, I mean, he's your dad, you know? We gotta show him some support. Unless he loves Idiocracy, in which case, get him out of here. Your dad is weird. Yeah, is he thinking about Rings of Power? Because that is not very good in my opinion. And I know that my opinion is right because all the Rings of Power defenders have disappeared. I don't know what they're doing now. Like I watched, it was the first 2 or the first 3 episodes came out on like the same day. I watched the first episode and said that wasn't very good, but you know, it's episode 1. I made it halfway through the next episode. They spend 99% of the episode just fucking around in Hobbiton. And I said, I think you made a mistake here, lads. Thoughts on the Wheel of Time? I'm not watching it. I'm sorry, unless you're talking about the book series, in which case I'm not reading it. Because the only thing longer than a fantasy series is a fantasy series of books. Can they not get everybody from Rings of Power and House of the Dragon and Wheel of Time and fucking whatever the rest of them are, can they not get them all together and just make one great show? Instead of making like 5 mid shows and everybody's watching a different one. Oh, I haven't seen Rings of Power. I've been too busy watching Sandman. I haven't seen Sandman yet. I've been too busy watching The Witcher. Oh! Get them all together. Pay the writers more? Okay, pay them more, but also make the stuff better, okay? I'm not blaming it on the writers. Maybe this is a hot take. It's gonna sound anti-writer, but it's actually extremely pro-writer. You just have to look between the lines. I don't think it's that tough to make like an 8 out of 10 or better TV show. I bet what happens most of the time, source, I made it up, is they wrote like an 8 to a 9 out of 10 show, and then people with no creative bones in their body were like, hey, that part that's like really cool where we spend like 2 episodes building like a great moment, we gotta cut all that shit out and put in like a scene where they dance to Boogie Wonderland by Earth, Wind, and Fire. And you're like, well, it kind of like ruins the pacing of the show. And they're like, yeah, but they got Boogie Wonderland. Or a scene where the characters just F. No, that's usually important. Don't make me go down this track again, where people are like, you know, they're treating sex scenes the same way they treat like jump scares in horror movies, where like they're invalid because they don't make it into the Wikipedia synopsis of the plot. You fucking idiots. Sorry, I feel somewhat, not very strongly, but somewhat strongly about this issue. You plot cell motherfuckers grew up watching too much cinema sins. Watch 500 hours of YouTube a month, 2 movies, and then have the audacity to say, what's your letterbox account, motherfuckers? Makes me sick. You lost me hard and then you reeled me back in. Me when I express 2 wildly different opinions in the same bit. Let's go. Alright, you guys are cooking this week for sure. Does anyone else think Toy Story lost all of its artistic integrity in Toy Story 3 when they introduced Ken by having him model outfits for Barbie with the licensed song Le Freak by Chic? I mean, they were rolling Randy Newman bespoke made songs in advance of that. Then skirt, the record scratch. They're using licensed music? Come on, man. Whatever happened to like, you know, strange things are happening to me? What about when Keanu Reeves says, yes, I Canada? That's also really bad. That's one of my least favorite moments in the entire quadrilogy for sure. I don't mind the flashback where he is being given to Ray Jean, but the part where he says, yes, I Canada that's a bad one in my opinion. Maybe like if you're not Canadian, it's kind of funny. But like if you are Canadian, you're like, you didn't need to do that for us. Just like, For me, someone putting that line in a movie is more like, this will play well in Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. And I'm like, fuck you. I don't want to belong to any club that would have me as a member. That's how I feel about gold member. You know what I want to watch a video essay on? Eddie Murphy, Mike Myers, Tyler Perry. I want them all to sit down and do like a round table and figure out like what is, I'm not saying wrong with their brain. I'm just saying what's in their brain where like every single movie that they have creative control over, they're like, I'm going to play every character. Every single one. Like Mike Myers has not gotten it out of his system. He's been doing it since like 1985. When he made the Pentaveret on Netflix, the dude is playing every single character again. It's crazy. And it hasn't worked for like over 20 years. No disrespect, Mike, but like, it's great for the residuals. You know what? I can't really argue with that, I suppose. So I never thought about that. It worked for Tyler Perry. I mean, in some way, it worked for like all of them, right? They've all got a movie where they played everybody, where they did, you know, they made a lot of money and it was relatively well liked. People liked the Nutty Professor 1. People like, I love Austin Powers 1. I like 2. So I Married an Axe Murderer is pretty good. Why did I order the large cappuccino? What about Nicolas Cage in Adaptation? Possibly the only time that the Gambit has actually worked out. Gambit! Pog! Sorry, I can't resist. Yes. Dang old Gambit, man. I know Gambit. Dang old throwing the cards, man. Gambit. I don't really know anything except in the comic book. Not the comic book, sorry. The animated series. That's a terrible Gambit. He doesn't go dang old Ace of Spades coming your way. Didn't see that coming, did you? Were you too old for Yu-Gi-Oh? I was. Well, you know, like, okay, this is going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. I wish I could pause, but unfortunately the wheels of progress in SAP must keep turning. I was a kid. It wasn't like nerddom is depicted in like 80s movies, where it's like if you play Dungeons and Dragons, you like get the shit beat out of you and shoved in a locker, turned upside down, and all the coins fall out of your pocket and stuff like that. But there was still some, at the time when I was in middle school, high school, there was some anti-nerd sentiment. Being a nerd was not considered like, not even like, forget about desirable. It was like not considered, you would try to hide it, right? Nowadays, it's righteously celebrated to some extent. I'm not suggesting that people are pretending to be nerds for clout, by the way. Anyway, so here's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I'm going to take the next minute because I got to get my thoughts together. I was not necessarily too old for Yu-Gi-Oh, but on the planar graph of old versus wanting to appear cool, yes, I had crested the age that I could play Yu-Gi-Oh and still not take a coolness debuff from it. If I were 10, I could play Yu-Gi-Oh and still delude myself into thinking that I could be a cool kid. But by the time Yu-Gi-Oh started popping off and I was like 14, if I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh at high school, that would have cratered me, man. And I didn't have the excess capacity to deal with it, okay? Now, Pokemon, and even the Pokemon trading card game, the jocks, the nerds, the preps, everyone was playing with those Pokemon cards out there. Yu-Gi-Oh was a different story for whatever reason. I don't know. Fuck you! I'm washed. You know, I was a kid at the time, okay? So I'm not trying to say, like, that I did nothing wrong or I did nothing right. All I'll say is that the first time I was exposed to Yu-Gi-Oh, there were like 5 kids playing it in the cafeteria, and you gotta really want to hang with those kids if you're gonna be the 5th one at the table. Because they drew a line in the sand, basically. And the line in the sand is like, are you going to be the Yu-Gi-Oh kid or are you going to stay with us? And I didn't really have an interest in Yu-Gi-Oh to begin with, but I'm ashamed to admit I stayed with them. Did they evolve to Magic the Gathering kids? I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. They stopped being in the cafeteria soon after that, which I hadn't given much thought to until just now. But I hope they're okay. They probably found like a sympathetic teacher who was like, you guys don't have to subject yourselves to the peanut gallery in the cafeteria. You can play like Yu-Gi-Oh in the computer lab and eat your lunches in here. Short people such a jam. Guy who hates Idiocracy voice. Actually, it's heightest. Me when Randy Newman brings the hammer down and goes, short people are just the same as you and I. I'm like, whoa, I didn't see this coming. Holy, first off, this guy got me on board with hating all short people. I was like, get him. And then he's like, surprise. Short people are just you that are less tall. And I'm like, whoa, it makes you tap your foot and then it makes you think. And that's the real meat and potatoes right there. When's tall people coming out, Randy? Randy Newman playing short people at the start of his concert, then playing a second song and getting booed, and then coming out with starting to dab sweat off his forehead. Dunk, 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 dunk. Tall people got some reasons. Tall people got a few reasons. Tall people got a couple reasons to live. Watching the audience, everyone's going, oh, they're pulling their punches back. They got bigger hands. They got bigger eyes. They walk around being above average guys. They got bigger feet. They got even bigger shoes. They done know some of me and done know some of yous. Well, I want some tall people. Sorry. I don't even know what the bit is, also. I don't know who would go to a Randy Newman and then be mad that he's singing songs, but maybe that's why it's funny, because it doesn't make any sense. This will do 1 million views on YouTube Shorts. Brother, nobody knows who the fuck Randy Newman is on YouTube Shorts. Except for, like, you got a friend in me. Randy Newman is like, all right, well played. I wouldn't say he's forgotten, but... Oh! This is like exactly where we started today. Big ups, by the way, to Novak Djokovic for winning the 24th Grand Slam of his career. Truly an undisputed and non-controversial tennis great. Perhaps even whoa. Tall people got some reason. Me being an average height person at the Randy Newman concert and joining the tall people beating the short people to death during the song because they're so whipped into a fervor. But if I don't beat the other short people to death, I'll probably get beaten to death as the shortest tall person. Yeah, get him! Just to me, I'm standing on like a chair. Get him, guys! It is the Caesar bit. I would not be stabbing Caesar, that's all I'm saying. Brother, I think we're gonna play more sap. I just can't. I'm not trying to put anybody on blast. So I'm gonna Steam 250 here. Listen, motherfucker. Chillquarium? My ass is not booting up Chillquarium. I'm sorry. I'm not playing Ultimate Racing 2D or the many pieces of Mr. Coup. Conquistadorio Prologue. Elephant Rave 2. Broken Hearts Island. Through Time the Girl Puzzle. Billy Bum Bum, a cheeky puzzler. Anonymous semicolon code. Defend Earth colon Xenos Survivors Prelude. Orgasm Simulator 2024. 80% positive reviews though. A beta for Big Boy Boxing came out. It's a Cuphead-style boss rush with punch-out mechanics. You, sir! What day is it? Well, it's Christmas. It's Christmas, Mr. Streamer. Christmas? Good, then I'm not too late. You, boy, run out and tell me, where's this Big Boy Boxing? Is it on Itch.io, the emporium known as SteamPower.com? It's on Steam, Mr. Scrooge. My ass getting visited by the ghost of indie games past. What happened, NL? You used to love 6 out of 10 2D physics-based puzzlers. You said the clone of Portal where you use a glue gun instead of a portal gun might be worthwhile if you're a fan of the genre. There's no new, this guy?
The situation that is happening in my current life right now. The girl texted me the freak back. I am so excited that I am going to get to go on a date with the girl, and she told me that she was away working on something, apparently because she is a professional person who played the viola instrument.
My God. Oh, man. I still don't get it. It's just funny. It's just a funny thing. I also don't get it. It's like saying, you know, you drink like a Coca-Cola. You're like, I don't get it. What do you mean you don't get it? Why does Coca-Cola taste good? I can't explain it. It doesn't taste like anything else on earth except Pepsi. Don't be that guy. There's always one dude in every San Francisco office. It tastes like the cola nut, actually. Okay, I get it, bro. Like, you went to Machu Picchu on your gap year. Congratulations. Here in North America, nobody knows what the fuck that is, okay? Slash marker, Big Boy Boxing. I didn't know what we were going to do today until Sir Toasty said, hey, there's a demo for a game, Big Boy Boxing. It's a Cuphead-style boss rush with punch-out mechanics. And I said, well, do you know what I said? I said, you there, boy, what day is it? And then I did like a voice. I was like, it's Christmas, sir. We did like a whole, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a homage to A Christmas Carol, I suppose. I am using keyboard and mouse for now because I pressed the button on my controller and it did not work. But that's not the game's fault. It may not be plugged in. But that's fine. I can always keyboard and mouse.
The opponents are double your size. Better get out of the way.
Me when I'm trying to win a bike race in the Netherlands.
Nice. Great. Now for the second lesson, I'll teach you to sting like a bee.
So true. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Did that scare you? Don't worry, I've got everything under control.
Oh, he's quick, man. He's
Nothing
quick.
slips past me.
Except,
Right,
oh, I thought there was going to be a punchline.
Press these buttons to greet him. Now press up and punch. Say hello.
I understand. I'm ready.
Now, for the third and final lesson, when your opponent is flashing yellow, you can land a critical hit to get some thunder. Then press the button to throw a devastating big boy
Sorry,
blast on your
I
opponent.
lost the rhythm.
Go on, try it out.
I wasn't listening. Punch at yellow flash.
Nice hit. You got some thunder.
Oh, holy cow.
Fantastic. And that's all there is to it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Come on now, we've got some big boys up for boxing. But first, are you ready to go to the... Yo, get out of here!
The hobo, dude. Hold on. This is too loud. That was way too dank. Okay, I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm pretty good at Punch-Out. A lot of people don't know that. I'm kind of goated at Punch-Out. I mean, he's already been knocked a little bit, so I'm not even sweating it. This is the Gabby J of this game, I would say. I own you. Oh, my flawless run! Now I have to get a tattoo of Nick Bruiser. That's a little gaming humor for you. I'm on 1 HP. I'm actually possibly going to die. Just kidding, I own you. Never mind, I own you. Victory! Don't talk to me about my health, okay? Hey, you know what I will say? It seems like an interesting innovation to Punch-Out that you only have a certain number of hits you can take instead of like a long health bar. Because in Punch-Out, you could take a bit of a beating, man. But people are better at games now than they were in like 1995. It's just the truth. We've gotten worse at like a lot of things. But the average level of skill in video gaming is at least like quadruple what it was 30 years ago. Punch-Out's hard though. Yeah, if you're bad. It's not as hard as hitting Master in League of Legends. While freebasing Adderall. I don't know, is that something you can freebase? Hang on. Toasty. Toasty, what have you done to me here? Is it one fight? That's the demo? Is one fight? There's nothing... I'm happy to have had the opportunity to have played the demo. Hang on. This one has 4 fights. Okay, hang on. I'm sorry, Toasty. I am not going to sonicfangameshq.com/forums/showcase/bigboyboxing.1693. It's just not happening. This looks great. I'm excited for it. I kind of thought the demo would be a little bit longer, but I mean, I'm no businessman. I don't think you should be releasing your 3-minute demo on Steam and your half-an-hour demo on sonicforums.com, but maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, well, we'll slash marker that one. Slash marker, big boy boxing. You really screwed me on that one, Toasty. Why would you show me that if I can't have it? Is that one making it to YouTube? Nah, I think it's a little too short. It's tough because there was some good material in there, too. All right, fine. We'll play the little Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I still really like it. I really like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but the audience is starting to get a little honk shoo. Is AC6 flushed? It's semi-flushed. I haven't uninstalled it from the PC, but like, I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I'm the only honest person possibly in the world. Many people are saying. I don't think it's that fun to watch. It's reasonably fun to play. And chat fucking sucks a big one during the AC6, which I totally get because people who like watching entertaining content like aren't watching it or they have it up on their second monitor while they sleep. And people who love watching AC6 are sorry, but more likely to be insane than the average person. I didn't say you're insane if you like AC6. I gave you a little gap that you could fit in and be like, oh yeah, a lot of AC6 fans are kind of crazy, but not me. And that's good. We've all got to trick ourselves a little bit. See me, I look in the mirror and I tell myself, thank God I have a good head shape, for example. Headphone dent? Yeah, I don't know what happened. I used to say that I didn't get a headphone dent. Now, I get headphone dents like crazy. Like, I don't know how well you can see it, but this shit looks like a damn Rolodex up here. I think I need new cushioning, but, like, let's just be honest. That shit's not gonna happen. When this headset breaks, I will buy another one. Be like, meow. Oh, when you said that scared the you-know-what out of me, I thought you were talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre chainsaw sound. I didn't think you were talking about seeing the top of my head. We are back with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm scared because I have to be Leatherface and people are good at this game now. It's crazy. You would think that in a game like this, the killers would be the bullies, but the survivors are definitely the bullies, man. Like, the killers, they just walk up to you and, like, kill you. But the survivors, like, just wait at the door, and they're like, you'll never kill me. And then you come over there, and then Leland knocks you over. And then as soon as you stand up, somebody stabs you in the trapezius muscle. And then, because you're the cook, you go, oh, my. And then they all come down and crouch on top of your body. And you're like, Leatherface, please, we need to one-tap them at the exit. Their hubris is taking them too far. And they're like kicking dirt in your eye and going, nice tucked in shirt, old man. Old man, why you got the tan shirt tucked into the tan pants, old man? All I can do is my best, though. It is crazy, though. I definitely have not reached the point with Texas Chainsaw Massacre where, like, when I lose, I'm mad at the game. I'm mad when I lose at SAP sometimes. It's just built into my DNA, unfortunately. I think it's hard to change. But in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, when I lose, I'm like, you got me. Good one, kid. You got me. Anybody? Somebody was stealing bones. Oh, they were just making too much noise. I was so ready to destroy this dude. Okay, I'm not messing with Leland, because Leland is actually stronger than Leatherface. Okay, Leland. Where's the rest of your squad? Oh, I got one. Lads? He stalled my chainsaw and he ran into me. Ah, that's me yelling. Oh, my chainsaw is not stalled. Never mind. I'm okay. I gotta learn to play like Chib. Like, Chib is insane at Leatherface. He's so insane at Leatherface. I think that in our group games, he should never be allowed to play him. I can't go that way. Yes, I can. Yes, I've learned the map. Oh, they're gone. I think they're waiting at the exit for us to teabag. Get your chainsaw to full power. Rush them. Are we doing this? You have to turn off the car battery, and then maybe I can one-tap them. That's the only shot. Can you turn off the car battery, please? He's probably typing in all chat right now about how this is all my fault, and that's fine. You're not going to turn off the car battery. Okay, so it's on cooldown, okay? All right. What if it just bugged? And then it worked. Imagine if we just beat the odds and it started working, man. Okay, ready? You gotta time it perfectly. There we. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Here they come. Survivors need a nerf. Well, I don't know if they need. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. I don't play at that competitive of a level, quite frankly. But they definitely need to have some kind of like anti-griefing mechanic on the survivors. You think you'd ever wear your pants that high? Well, yeah. I make all my decisions based on menswear guy poster on Twitter, and he said high pants are based, which is why I've started dressing like Rudy Giuliani. It is crazy. I don't know what happens to older dudes that like so often they start wearing their pants like at the midpoint of their rib cage. They're shrinking. Yeah, but not like 8 inches. It's like their inseam went from being at like their groin to being at their solar plexus. Look like they're trying out for the oldest kid in Swing Kids. What is Swing Kids? A movie about the rise of swing dancing in early Nazi Germany, set against a background of impending peril and trauma. I watched it in every single history class from 7th grade to 11th grade, I think. It's okay. I think it's an okay movie. Same. Is it like a Canadian thing? Is it a Canadian-American-German production? Because it's like, it seems like that's a certified Canadian school classic. That and Remember the Titans. There's something about Remember the Titans. I grew up in Canada, obviously, and my school did not have a football team. We still watch Remember the Titans like 1 to 2 times a year in every class. And after you watch Remember the Titans, you run a mile. We watched it in my German school. It's a good movie. I got nothing against Remember the Titans, but best sports movie is A Knight's Tale. Okay, here's my question, because I didn't know about the fact that we all have exactly the same shared experience, despite thinking that we're unique. What other movies are considered certified school classics? Because we definitely watched a ton of A Knight's Tale in school as well. Radio? I meant like non-ironically. Day After Tomorrow? Really? Ours was definitely... I watched Milo and Otis like 6 times in grade school for sure. Also, without a doubt, Armageddon was an extremely popular choice. I think I see something going on down there. I probably watched Armageddon 4 times in school if I had to guess. 12 Angry Men? You for real had a teacher who was like a Letterboxd poster, huh? Have you ever seen The Brave Little Toaster? Yeah, I kind of have like a bone to pick with The Brave Little Toaster. Even Toy Story. I think that they're good movies, but they do sort of like... I mean, for me as a kid, I never wanted to throw anything out. Because Disney primed me to believe that everything that I owned that was an inanimate object actually had feelings and was like a personality and a soul and stuff like that. So it was like, even if I never play with like this toy, I can't throw it out because it's a real dude. Like I'm actually committing murder. Now that being said, you know, I think it's a situation, the juice is worth the squeeze. We got some great movies out of it, don't get me wrong. Let's go! And now I'm like the opposite. Like if my wife came to me and was like, what do you think of that shirt? I would be like, that's my favorite shirt. If she said, do you want to donate it? I'd be like, yeah, let's send it, bro. I'll throw out anything. You might say that's not based. Well, when I say throw out, by the way, I mean donate. But I think it is based because the other part of the coin is that I don't buy like almost anything. I buy food and I eat it. And I buy too much food, and that is in and of itself wasteful, but it tastes amazing. But it's not like I'm going out and I'm getting like a new wardrobe every year and then I'm like taking it to the Salvation Army. I'm getting like 2 shirts. Oh, sorry, sir. And then like the next summer, I'm throwing out 2 different shirts. Guys, I found her. Thank you, Leatherface. Thank you. She's right beneath you, Leatherface. Don't worry, she's down there. Oh, she looks like she might be in a lick of trouble. Go get her? My ass is so slow. The hell? She's insane with it? Guys! 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 The camisole! Oh, let's go. They're illuminated. Oh! Please tell me she fell down and she's like unconscious down there. It's the same fucking lady, bro. I'm not meant to be in the basement. This is not my Kia Forte. I'm an only child, and even I know about the pincer attack, okay? What's your excuse? We call it the Eiffel Tower? No, the fuck we don't. You social assassin. Do not get caught playing tag and saying, you go this way, I'll go that way, and when we catch them, we'll give them an Eiffel Tower. You will find yourself on a list. I mean, if you're going to spend this much time in my house, I'm just going to make you start paying rent, okay? Okay, now pincer attack, Eiffel Tower. Bro, she's so fast. And we're so ass. I gotta take the damn long way home, too. Let her live, she's earned it. They're getting out! The Leatherface, they're not getting out. Look, they're right there! They're healing! They're both here, help me! Oh, he's helping me. I appreciate that. Okay, this is insanity. She's chain healing. I'm out of stam. Can we get a little help here? We got 3 killers, man. Okay, there they are. They're going. How did the? I guess they did it. Congratulations, honestly. I didn't know this thing was open. I thought it gave. I guess we were in the house, so we didn't hear like the. Bzzz. Okay, I need help. I need help at the vents. The vent door. I need help over here. It closed. I'm covering my spot. Where are the other killers? I'm kind of losing my mind, for sure. Our Leatherface must have left. I mean, like, that's the only explanation. Nope, I hear the chainsaw. Okay, guys, don't worry. We win these. After you, Leatherface. Now I'll keep an eye on her. Worst possible place to be looking, but never mind. Never mind. Look at that fucking tracking. Look at that fucking tracking. I know exactly what. They're taking more bone scrap, man. I'm about to lose my damn mind. I know you're down there. At this point, I cannot leave. Because then you've won by wasting my time, which is apparently less valuable or more valuable than yours. Was that the hitchhiker just hit that? It is, okay. Sneaky. Here we go. Can I get some help? I hate to do this. I'm going to go to all chat. I'm going to put him on blast. I hate to do this. Johnny, follow me and we own her. She's doing the damn fuse. She's stabbing Grandpa. Here we go. And he's like, I'm here. Where is she? She's right there, dude. Oh, my God. Push her. Push her. Johnny! Johnny, stay on the push, please. I'm going around. Yeah, we got her on the ropes now. It would be nice if we had a Leatherface. Oh, hello. Thank you. Oh no, she's gonna leave. The doors are all open. Oh, he's been sniffing it at the very least. Johnny, please. Johnny! Doesn't he have an ability that's like, he can taste your footprints or something? Like, why is he, I hate to say this, why is he so ass? You're making me toxic, but why am I the only person that's able to keep my eyes on her? You love to say it? Ah, just one of the few times my toxicity's actually been warranted, I feel. It's crazy, too. You know these people are posted on r/Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they're like dead game. I'll just be honest with you, Johnny. My ass is slow, okay? Like, I'm doing my best. Let's keep our ears peeled. Okay, Johnny, she's back of house. Back of house. You go that way, I'm doubling back. Wait for it. Oh, she fucking took the gate, bro. Where's Leatherface? He DC'd because he's weak. I don't even care if this shit's locked. At this point, I would rather they escaped. Oh my God, we got them? Thank you! Thank you! We did it! And I never doubted it for a second. Oh, soup. Oh, soup. You think they called it soup because it tastes so super? Or do you think they were like, hey, we need a word to describe something that's amazing? How about it relates to the most amazing thing on earth? Soup. Oh. Compliments to the chef. It was me. It was me. That is good. Show it? I can't. The bowl is a little too hot. What kind of soup is it? It's just something I threw together. Describe it. Chicken, celery, onions, carrots, garlic, herbs and spices. Chicken stock, kind of like the freest food on the planet. Did you know a cup of chicken stock? It's warm, it's flavorful, it's tasty. A cup, 250 milliliters of chicken stock, 5 calories. 38% of your daily allotment of sodium, to be fair. Mmm. And what are the spices? I'm just telling you sincerely. I pull out the spice drawer and I look at the spice and I say yes or no. And then some spices are a lot, some spices are a little. Oregano, yes, give me a couple pinch. Salt, pepper, of course. Don't stop till you're numb. Cumin, that's a yes, and that's a lot. Cinnamon, that's for this soup, that's a no. Bay leaf, sure, I'll put a couple bay leaves in there. Garam masala, nah, we don't need any garam masala in this. You choose appropriate spices, you put them in, you taste it, you go, needs a little something. What is it? Here's the trick for you. It's always Worcester sauce, every time. And you don't taste the Worcester sauce. You put it in for look. You put it in and you go, does that look like a good soup? And when the answer is yes, ooh. Is the soup lumpy? Yes, I have teeth. Delicious. What are the lumps? The ingredients in the soup. What would put it over the top? Great question. Toasted ciabatta bun. For dipping. Okay, it's getting my mouse pad dirty now. We gotta stop that. Me tomorrow? Why is my mouse sticky? My guy doesn't have an immersion blender? No, motherfucker, I'm just not from England. I don't need all my soups to look like clam chowder, okay? I don't mind a broth that's got like visible ingredients in it. And you know what we call it? We call it chicken and vegetable soup. We don't go, oh yeah, this is kakaliki on a roll. I'm from the UK. How did you know? Because people in the UK love a soup that looks like a country gravy, which is totally fine. But like, you know, don't just assume that every soup has to go to those exact criteria. Your ass will be like, oh, can I get the wonton soup? What the hell? There's lumps in it. Mushy peas looking ass. What am I doing out here? This isn't where the car battery is. Whoa! Whoa! Help me! Guys, there's a bunch of unruly teenagers here kicking me in the nuts. I'm in trouble. They're gonna dunk on me. They're going crazy on me.
How does that feel?
Okay, thank you for defending me, sissy. I appreciate that. They did try to gank me. Okay, I can't confront. Oh, where is he? Where is he? I don't know where he is. I know where you fucking are. Oh, Jesus Christ. Mario Party. Oh. Here we go. Might as well. Something did happen to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like a week ago, it wasn't this bad. The survivors have gotten too confident. We need a... oh, they're escaping? Yes. We need a... no, not bots, the opposite. I mean, like, they're arrogant, insubordinate, and churlish. We definitely need the gamers, and by gamers I mean the developers of the game, to come and save us. Because the survivors are becoming bullies. Dead by Daylight fans found the game. Dead by Daylight fans be like, nobody ruins my favorite game but me. Surprise, motherfucker. Yeah. Oh! I got no stam. Comms. Help me, comms. I hear Leatherface. Yes! I'm typing it all, chat. He got her! Disconnected. Oh, no, the killers are so toxic. It does feel like way more satisfying to get a kill now. Because I feel like I'm killing a person who's very annoying. In the game! Oh, no, bro. I'm about to get... POV, you are about to get destroyed by chain ganks. I see your ass. Oh, Jesus. Make him whiff. Oh, you whiffed it. No! I turned my back to him. No. Alright, at least he ran away. I don't think there's any BM there. Well, not much. Not as much as I'm used to. Nicki Minaj executed. That's terrible news. Point me? Give me some points? Oh. Is it? What the hell you hate Nicki Minaj for, man? She's just a singer at the end of the day. This game might be cooked. Listen, I didn't want to believe it, but like it's actually like, I mean, every game is griefers. Is that good or bad? Cooked is bad. Unfortunately. Can I tell you, I was trying to think about how to explain this. My first thought was the human brain is so uncooked. But then uncooked is also bad. Cooked is bad. Uncooked might even be worse. Well, I'll tell you why. I've been racking my damn brain. Oh, here we go again. I'm pretty sure that's probably not the reaction that devs want you to have when you find someone in hide and seek. Is like, oh, fuck, here we fucking go. Anyway, I've been racking my brain because I remembered the name of my neighbor. I see him around all the time. I didn't remember the name of my neighbor's wife. And I was like, oh, man. One of these days, that's going to come back to bite me. I've been stabbed in the back. Oh, we're doing work. So I was like, I know one day it's going to happen. I'm going to be out there, and she's going to be like, hey, Ryan, how you doing? And I'm going to be like, hey, person. And then it happened. On Sunday, I walked outside. She was sitting on her back deck, and she was like, hey, Ryan, how's your weekend? My brain instantaneously went, pretty good, Norma. How about yours? Oh, thank you, brain. I just needed a little, I needed to see her visage in order to kickstart the part of my brain that remembered that was storing where her name was. Norma in 2023? Yeah, dude, she lives in a single family house. She's old. It's Vancouver. Oh, fuck, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yep, okay, all right. I mean, again, devs, I think you've made a good game, okay? But something's not right. You know it and I know it. This is not the way that this is supposed to be. Oh, no. Let's go! Yeah, this is not like the movie. In the movie, the teenagers were not standing around like an old man just kicking the shit out of him. They were scared, man. These games have always been awful solo queue. Well, then, no. I played some like Dead by Daylight with randoms for a bit. I had a good time. There's people who like ruin the game and then they'll look at you and be like, what'd you expect? Well, I don't know. Like when you show up at board game night, someone doesn't like grief the shit out of you and Ticket to Ride because you all sat down at the table with the idea that you're going to be friends with one another and like have fun. Not that you're going to like ruin each other's nights. I mean, some people do, but you just don't invite those people unless you're doing Commander. Listen, I'm on to you guys. Yes! TTR isn't an aggressive game? What do you mean it's not an aggressive? You realize this is a video game, right? You're not out here in the trenches. Julius Caesar first over the wall trying to kill Vercingetorix. We're all out here trying to have leisure time with one another. Some people, I don't know what happened. I've been that way myself. It's like rather than be like, oh, we could all have fun here. It's like, nah, I'm going to... You see that Reddit video of the protozoa breaking open the nematode or whatever and sucking all the juice out of it? That's what like digital gaming is like these days. And then people are like, why am I not having fun? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Why am I not having fun? Fuck you, fuck you. Oh, work's so fucking boring. Can't wait till I can get home and play with my digital toy. Fucking stupid devs made the survivors too fucking OP. Now I'm a survivor. Teabag, 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 teabag. Why do I hate myself? You know, these are... And things change over time, don't get me wrong. But this video game is an extension of getting your friends together. Rolling the dice. Play. You know, our parents spend 10% of their lives on a minute-to-minute basis playing fucking playing cards. You think at any point they were like, oh, Mildred, the left bower's overpowered. Can we get a nerf to the left bower, please? Yeah, I mean, euchre's pretty fun, but I think that they need to patch, like, euchre. The jacks are too strong. Like, what am I supposed to do, bro? They had both bowers. No, they fucking drank, like, 9 Schlitzes, probably drove home, raised 8 kids, and then said, peace out, brother. It's the way it should be. You should have 8 kids. That's no shot. That's not happening. We've discussed this. The real replacement rate is 5.4 kids. If you live in 20th century Sweden. Holy cow, she's farting. Grandpa's in danger. Dude, it's washed. I'm sorry. The game is, it's in full wash status. I mean, this is just crazy. Just be hanging out here like eating my soup. Playing against good survivors, rip. Well, that's the thing. They're not even... I mean, they're good at not getting killed the first time they get seen. But they're just... I mean, we've killed 3 of them. But they're just trolling. Complaining while winning is on a new level. Honestly, Trademark Sky, I wish you all the best in your life. A multitude of eviscerating insults popped into my head. I've decided to be the bigger man. For me, winning is fun, but winning like that is not fun. We went to it was an adversarial interaction with the opposing team. Essentially. You know, no, we didn't go into that game saying, hey, everybody, have a good time. We're going to play by we're going to play in the spirit of the game. Instead, they were like, it's bad sportsmanship. Exactly. And I could see the stuff in between their bicuspids. The everything rice cakes. You're saying both teams were trying to make the other one lose? No. I'm saying that the survivors didn't really focus on winning. They were just focused on making the game last as long as possible. Which is fine. It's trolling. You know, it's like, the way I think about it is, imagine if you sat down at Friday Night Magic and your opponent's deck was like 500 cards, and instead of trying to take you down to 0 life, their whole goal was just to take you to time and then get a draw because you weren't able to do a best of 3 in 50 minutes. You would be like, I get it, you're very clever, you think you're the main character, I'm not coming next week, so enjoy an ever-dwindling social network. You're cutting off your nose to spite your face. Anyway, /marker TCSM. Yeah, we could have had fun together. We could have built rapport and banter. We could have had a good time. We could have looked back on it as a fond moment. Instead, it's like, okay, you've imposed your will of boring me on me. And there you go. It'll never happen again. I think it's just like, honestly, Survivor's HP should tick down faster. Yeah, what's up? Oh, you're not streaming today? Oh, okay. Kate's still taking some time to recover from her wisdom teeth. I will send you elsewhere then. Mortal Kombat tomorrow? I might be confused. It's not 1994, is it? I was under the impression that it was 2021. I am going to send you to Corey. Enjoy yourself. And I will be back tomorrow. They made a second Mortal Kombat. Me waking up from a coma. Oh boy, I can't wait to play Mortal Kombat 5. Don't start the singing, then you can't stop. So true. When you were young, you were the king of Austin Powers. And now you kidnap Nigel Powers as his foe. to get the man of mystery to show. This is the room one afternoon where Fat Bastard ate you. And how Felicity Shagwell shagged him real well to place a homing device where no one dared to dwell.